I think that's the first thing you ever said to me when you found me outside that Home Depot. It's your turn to
Oh, is it for me?
consider yourself fired.
Why are you winking at me?
Consider yourself fired.
Hello, and welcome to the JT and Drew Show. I'm JT,
And I'm Drew.
and we're two nobodies talking about nothing.
Consider yourself fired.
Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. We are glad to be here. Glad to have Drew back.
Heyo.
He's been missing
Yeah.
for a long time. If you've read the Facebook posts, we did two pictures. One of him in the light and one of him in the dark. Never got any sightings. We did get one confirmed chupacabra sighting.
That's what they used to call me in
Preschool, if I remember
the
correctly.
preschool changing room.
Oh, goodness. Well, welcome back, bud. Glad to have you.
Thank you. I noticed on the Facebook that you were a little worried and you decided to go do a search for me on your own.
I did, yeah. I went out late at night and somebody caught a picture of me getting sidetracked.
Yeah, I was gonna say by the picture, I wasn't sure if you were really looking for me or to satisfy your late night cravings, or I couldn't tell. I didn't want to jump to any judgments.
It started looking for you, because got to fight crime and find my buddy. But then I saw the store, and it reminded me of Oreos.
You know what they say about Oreos? I don't know what they say about Oreos.
I don't know what they say about Oreos, but I know what I say about Oreos, and it's, all right, I'll take them in.
That's what you say about me.
Yeah, all right, I'll take them in. You promised me a house. You built me a castle. I had to keep you around.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
Oh, goodness, this is all terrible stuff.
Yeah.
Well, latest and greatest news that has come out.
Yep.
And this is kind of a hot topic.
It is. It's according to the sources that we researched, it is a history-making hot topic.
Yeah, not trying to get the store involved, but sit back, relax, and go ahead and take whatever relaxing pill you take, because you're gonna need it. This is gonna cause you all sorts of anxiety.
Yeah, it really will. I don't even know how to
just to
start.
put it on record, though. I've got like 6 Zen in right now, so I'm about to throw up.
That's a good start.
I'm here for the news, baby.
Hell yeah, brother. All right, so I have titled this segment of this episode, "The Empire Strikes Back."
We can't use that. Can't say that. Did you get that cleared through George Lucas?
Like I was on key. Isn't he dead now?
No, George Lucas. Are you
No,
kidding me?
Leia's
he's
dead.
not.
She's dead. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Luke's still around
Yeah.
though.
I wonder if his father is. No, his father's dead,
The actor that played Darth Vader. Yeah, he's
Gone.
no longer with us.
but not forgotten.
Like a freight train,
Is that how that goes?
gone like yesterday. Gone like a soldier in the Civil War. Bang bang.
Bang, bang. Yeah, something like that. Except I think it was a not a bang bang. Anyway, so
Yeah.
if you haven't been living under a rock or haven't been missing for a week, you may have noticed that the White House has displayed the latest iteration of the Pride flag right in the center of its back courtyard, whatever columns, and on either side of it is the American flags. Yeah, that I saw that image and I was taken back by a second. You know, it you don't normally see something like that.
No, not on the White House. Not on White House grounds.
As a American, as a veteran, I must say that it's quite shocking. You know as well as I do, and I'm pretty sure you feel the same way, but the American flag is it's more than just a symbol. It's more than, oh yeah, it's just some cloth. It's whatever. It means something a little bit more. And being deployed, not even being deployed, just serving your country, having to go through the crap that you go through, it means more. And seeing that accompanying the pride flag makes you wonder, as a nation, are we supporting this now? Like, is this a thing that we have collectively come together and decided, yeah, we're going to stand with this? And I don't think we have.
No, I'm going to tell you right now, no.
So,
it's that fine line, right? If you're a man or a woman and you're gay, whatever, you do what you want in your own life, right? Who am I to tell you what you can and can't do? But that flag embodies. They call them maps. Anyways, they're pedos.
Yeah, minor attracted peoples.
Yeah, whatever. No, can't get behind that one.
Well, and typically, flags that are flown for any reason, right, are in support of something. Your state flag flies with the American flag or below it, depending on what state you're from.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have like a legit question. Like, what if they're in distress? Like, you know how if, you were holding a fort and the fort's in distress, the American flag's held upside down, and that means that, oh, hey, we're in distress. We need help, right? How do you fly that one upside down? Because it's just the same.
Well, I'm colorblind. So if they are in distress and they're flying it upside down, they're SOL, because I'm going to see, like, I don't know which color's supposed to be on top, and then even if I do know, I don't know which one it is. Yeah. That could get messy quick.
Yeah, it could get messy real quick. Yeah. Well, anyways, that was just a thought that ran through the old noodle.
Yeah. But if you remember a while back when the whole Russia-Ukraine stuff started kicking off and our White House decided to fly, or maybe not fly, but throw up Ukraine colors and wear stuff in the Congress or the Senate that were, in support of Ukraine and all this stuff. And it's like, again, hold on a second. As an American, I don't remember voting, making my voice heard, saying, hey, I support this. Let's take a vote, as a country to make this move, to make this known, to say, hey, we as a people from this country support you, support your ideals, your lifestyle, your whatever. We didn't do that.
Yeah.
This is a rogue action, if you will.
Well, yeah, and, when the House of Representatives and Congress and all that were wearing those little pin lapels or whatnot, that you support something, great, fine, dandy. Do it on your personal time.
Yeah.
Don't do it during work. I was, as a uniformed person, was not allowed to go to a rally or a protest in uniform because it represented the branch of service I was in.
Right. And you can have those opinions.
If I wanted to do it.
You can have those ideals, but you just, like you said, you have to do it on your own time, not in uniform.
Yeah.
And then here we have our country's capital throwing it out there saying, hey, look what we're supporting.
Now vote for me.
Yeah. And just to be clear, the White House has not been trying to hide this by any means. This isn't a surprise in the sense that, hey, they support these ideals. They are just now putting this out there. Here's a shocker. Secretary of State Blinken about a year ago had a meeting with the UN, and he stood up saying that the UN and the United States is standing up for LGBTQI plus people, and that it's a top priority for our administration.
What?
Yeah.
No, it should not be.
Well, as a consequence, and I'm going to call it that, a consequence, because that's how I see it.
Yeah.
there have been numerous sightings across U.S. embassies all over the world that are flying and promoting LGBTQI plus ideals as, quote, core American values, end quote.
No.
Again,
Yeah.
if it's something that we as a society, as a people, as a country, just like when you have your local, state, or county elections, and, hey, we're going to vote to allow this school district to raise taxes so they can build a nicer school next year. Okay. Hey, we got the majority vote to go for it. Now we're going to go for it because people agreed on it.
Yeah.
That didn't happen. So how can you say this is a core American value? They're not speaking for me.
No, and I didn't vote for it. And if they did hold a vote, America would speak up and say, this is not a priority.
Right.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Amongst all our other issues or pending conflicts right now that we have going on, this is the top priority.
Yeah, no, you have Americans that are starving out here.
Yep.
Why would they care about some person's mental health stage when they don't even have a pot to shit in or a pot to cook food in?
Yep. Got to get those votes, baby. From a small minority. If I remember correctly, the math that I did earlier from whatever source that I found, it's little less than 0.5% of the United States from ages 13 to adulthood fall in the transgender category or identify as.
Well, so I was speaking to a listener, right? And they were telling me they live in a big metropolitan area. Okay. And they were telling me, with the friends that they have, they don't feel that they can speak up about how they truly feel. Like they have to just go with the motions of what's happening.
Oh, yeah.
And even if there was a vote or something that was like this, they don't feel like they could go, no, I don't agree with this, because the majority of the people that they are around do agree with this. So they have to put a face on and, oh, haha, yes, I totally agree. These people, they're getting mass murdered every day, and they're not.
Well, and that's part of the whole, and we've talked about this before, that's part of the whole, if you don't agree with me, it's not, we can have a civil discourse or, oh, okay, that's cool. We can agree to disagree. You have your views. I have mine, whatever. It's, you're dead to me. You are whatever, insert word, phobic. You are enemy number one. You're probably a white supremacist, no matter what color you are, or what background you have. You're just the enemy because you don't agree with me.
We have to change that.
Oh, we do.
And I'm not saying us like you and me, but us in America.
Yeah.
We have to get back to that state of where just because you and I disagree on something doesn't mean you're enemy number one in my eyes, right? Like, we can agree to disagree on something.
Part of the problem, though, is colleges, institutions, indoctrination. And I'll put my tinfoil hat on, but it used to be you would go, pursue a higher education and you would have these conversations. You would be able to have intellectual conversations, dig deeper, do research, present your side, the other person present their side, agree to disagree, maybe learn something from each other, grow from it, move forward. But now a lot of it is teaching people, well, no, this is how it is. And if you disagree, you're wrong. If you disagree, it could affect your grades, or it could affect your standing, or it could affect a lot of different things. So they're getting it, pushed into their heads, and then they're being released into society, and, oh, well, this is how it is. No, that's not how it should be.
Well, I think what you described was debate class.
Debate.
Right? Yes. And a lot of, like, my college experience, a lot of the classes that I went to were like no, I'm the professor. I'm teaching you. This is what my exams are going to be on. So if you know more information, don't bring it up because you're wrong. And that happened to me in a history class. Like, I love history.
Sure.
I originally went to college to be either a history professor or an archaeologist. A lot of people don't know that about me, but I did actually. I went to college once lots of times.
All right, Indy.
So, I know. But the history professor that I had was very, no, I'm the professor. You don't know anything.
Right.
And, okay, maybe I didn't. I was a young, dumb 18-year-old kid, right? But I had done research on particular topics like the Civil War, World War II, the Roman Empire, ancient Greece. Like, I went to the libraries and I read the books. And obviously, I was at the time, was a small town. So I was very limited on what I could read, but I read those things.
Yeah. I mean, nothing
And
is
I
to
didn't
say that...
think of myself as an expert.
Well, nothing is to say that this professor is the end-all, know-all, be-all. Again, you took the time, educated yourself, learned things on your own. Okay, so now you know that stuff.
Yeah, but that's the way he portrayed it.
Right.
He was the end-all, know-all.
Yeah, he's the originator of that content. Yeah, good luck.
Yeah. So, I mean, he went there and documented the battles.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yep, probably the only one.
Yeah, the only one. But, so, I will have to disagree with you that even though I just gave you supporting evidence that it was the colleges, I don't think that it's colleges per se. Maybe now more than what it used to be, but I would say the problem is the professors, not the actual institution. Again, maybe more so now with the administration dean kind of stuff, like the admin stuff, maybe, because they're more and more seem to be woke with their rules and their policies and things that they're pushing out to the masses at the college. But I think it starts with the professor inside of the class, not the college institution.
That's fair. I'll say I don't think that it's entirely the colleges. And again, we've discussed this.
Whoa. Don't start rolling back
We've
now.
discussed this. Oh, I'm not rolling back. The other side of it would be you've got people that in one ear and regurgitate.
Oh, yeah, without research.
Without a lick of
I'm
research.
not going to lie, though. I am one of those people on certain things. I'm not going to lie. Not on the show, but when I talk to you, like outside the show, and I'm like, oh, hey, look at this. Oh, and you're like, well, wait a minute. Hold on, step back, because X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. Duh.
Yeah, and I'm more like your professor.
Yeah, you know all. You were there.
I was
you
there.
Wrote the story.
Don't question my authority. Just,
all right, Carmen.
just shut up and color. Try to stay inside the lines.
Yeah, I was very liberal until you were like, listen, you're wrong. And I was like, okay, I'm wrong. Show me the ways.
Wrong. I don't want the hose again. I'll be wrong, dang it. Nah, but getting back to the old White House here.
Oh,
so,
yes, please.
Biden hosted a Pride event at the White House. And during the event is when this Pride flag was flown from the columns there. And according to Sportskeeda.com, this was the, quote, largest Pride celebration in history, inviting thousands of members from the LGBTQ community, end quote.
Because that's probably all they got.
Yeah. The Biden administration emphasized that they are allies to the LGBTQ movement. And even according to good old Dr. Jill, she said, "You are loved, you are beautiful, you are heard, you belong." Again,
who can't hear them?
Again, it's a war zone out there if you are anything but straight and white. So you need all the support you can get.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that.
Well, I mean, they need all the support they can get because
Oh, okay.
of your kind
not a
just
part of that.
constantly keeping them down.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because, I have the shoe of justice on their neck, and they're saying they can't breathe.
So there was
What am I doing?
Supposed model, TikTok influencer, yada, 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 goes by the name of Montoya Rose. Don't be fooled.
Oh, goodness.
Don't be fooled by his good looks. He is a man. So he got to meet Biden. He's one of the transgender people that showed up there, met Biden. And later on during this Pride celebration concert, whatever it was, he was wearing a dress and lowered the top of his dress. So essentially he's topless. And while he's lowering it, someone from the crowd even yelled, "Oh, are we topless at the White House?" And he goes on later. So in the video, he's standing there next to a few other people that are transgender, some women that are now claiming to be men. He's got his hand over his boobs and he's shaking them, all excited and stuff. Like, oh, look at me. So he goes on later to say, well, it's totally legal to go topless in D.C., and they fully support the Free the Nipple movement. He says that, there wouldn't be as much backlash if I still identified as a man and did the same thing. He was inspired by his trans masculine friends. So basically women that are now calling themselves men, by showing off their mastectomy scars, and wanted to join in their joy. He had no intention to be vulgar or profane in any way, simply living in joy. So, give you some perspective on this guy.
Okay.
He came out gay in the 10th grade, so back in 2000 and whatever. And then when he went to college, he started performing drag, so doing drag shows and whatnot. Came out as transgender in 2015, as well as bisexual in 2016. In 2019...
Wow.
See what you did there. In 2019, he came out as non-binary and now goes by she, her, hers, and they, them, their, theirs pronouns. He's had a breast augmentation, an Adam's apple removal, and chin surgery, but no bottom surgery as of yet. So if you don't know what bottom surgery is, that's when you're taking care of the bottom half of your body, your PP area.
You're kidding me.
Yep. Or nope. So Montoya went viral for disputing. There was a video on TikTok where they went, traveling through an airport, and airport security, they had body scanners for male and female. Well, went through the female one, and guess what? The body scanner detected an anomaly between his legs.
What?
Uh-huh.
Get out of here.
She's a he. And obviously he's claimed later that, the airport security is a mess and it's not needed and it's just not trans friendly, yada, 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 yada. Well, dude.
Well, okay, now wait a minute. Now I will agree with him on that. The security is a mess.
Oh, yes.
Because I don't know anybody who likes to wait in line for a couple hours with their shoes off.
Yeah, shoes off, belt off, jewelry off, unless you have your pre-check, and then you can just go through with everything on and yada yada, and stuff still gets through, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, you got to take off your Prince Charles.
But being a man, pretending to be a woman, and then getting upset that, well, on the full body scanner, it shows that you have a penis. Well, you do.
Yeah, why are you mad at that? You haven't taken care of that. You still have one.
Yeah. So the White House has come out after all this stuff from their Pride celebration, and they've spokesperson came out saying the White House says that this behavior is inappropriate and disrespectful for any event at the White House. It is not reflective of the event we hosted to celebrate LGBTQI plus families or the other hundreds of guests who were in attendance. Individuals in the video will not be invited to future events.
One, I don't believe that.
Yeah, me neither.
Two, this kind of reminds me of Ace Ventura: Pet Detective when if you haven't seen it, kids, which I don't know why kids would be listening to this anyways.
They're not.
Yeah, thank goodness. But when the head detective turned out to be a football player,
Good old Dan Marino.
can't hide that. Dan Marino was captured.
Oh, I thought the detective was... No, yeah, the detective was a man.
Yeah, sure
That's
was.
right.
Yeah.
Yikes.
See how I made this connection? This is how my brain works.
It works?
No. I also, for real women out there, would like to say I support the Free the Nipple movement too. Just don't say it too loud.
Affiliate link not below. JT's words do not reflect the views of this show or Drew. Just JT.
Just JT. Show them to me.
All right, Rodney, calm down.
Oh, dang it.
No, I think for
It's
real biological women, this is just an utter disgrace for them on their behalf.
It's a slap in the face.
It is.
Bam.
It is a big
Let's
one.
just call it what it is. I mean, you've got all these dudes going in, and I know that this is, we're beating a dead horse with a stick at this point, but all these dudes going into women's sports and just knocking it out of the park, and all these female athletes who have worked so hard their entire lives to just be the best that they can be and show up, and then there's a dude that's like mediocre and they're just blowing everything out of the water.
Oh, yeah.
Literally. I have a question, and maybe if there is a trans or one of these LGBTQ plus whatever people listening, for a trans woman, are farts still funny?
Oh, I hope so.
Because there's probably a couple inserted into this.
Yeah. It wouldn't be a JT and Drew show without them.
Who's editing this one?
Yes.
But no, I mean, it, obviously not a legit question, and they don't listen to this show. But I'm just sick and tired of it. Stop it, please. Grandma doesn't like this anymore. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. Well, exactly. Come on, man. We had several examples of all this that you were just talking about, where we had what was it? The male swimmer last year or the year before ranked like in the bottom 500 maybe in men's swimming, did terrible, and then killed it, crushed it in women's swimming. We're seeing more and more of these like track and field type races, men dominating. We've got bicycle races, men dominating. We've got UFC, men beating the crap out of women. And they had even asked, what was it, in Congress or Senate, somebody had brought up, what if Mike Tyson woke up and decided, he's going to identify as a woman. Should we let him in the ring? And, well, that's preposterous. That would never happen. Da, 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 da. No, seriously, what if?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, should we let him fight? Should we not?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. If these people want to compete outside of their gender, then make them a special category. And technically, they will still be competing inside their own gender because men will be playing against men and women against women. They will just look different. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with, hey, you have your own category. Go do whatever the heck you want.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, but they want to be the best. They want to get their name out there. They want the attention.
Yep. It's
which, some kid said it in a car seat, which is clearly right for this, but it was bull.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is, and unfortunately, we have people, again, squeaky wheels, that even if they're not affected by it, right? they're not physically going through the transition. Maybe they're not related or they don't know anybody, whatever the case. Just like we saw with BLM, they're going out there and they're supporting and they're fighting for it because human rights. Trans rights are human rights.
But I don't think this is a squeaky wheel at this point. It's a flat tire because now it's changing this country.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So, well, bud, thanks for this wonderful topic. It's always good to see you.
Yes, likewise.
This will end the show. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let us know if you agree with us or not.
And tune in next time.
Hey, I don't like your announcer voice. Don't do it again.
You ugly.
As always, we'd like to say thank you for stopping by and listening to the podcast.
Yeah, we realized that you could have been doing anything way more productive, but you chose to waste your time with us.
We look forward to talking about absolutely nothing with you next time.
If you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover, please email us at
jtandrewshow@gmail.com or visit our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/JTDrewShow.